It's easy to take pricing for granted. The major supermarkets advertise frequently on television comparing their leading brands and their own brand products against the competition. But their influence affects the whole of the supply chain. If the retailer is selling a tin of beans at half price, then you can guarantee the manufacturer is selling it to them at half price. As a sole trader, you may think you're unlikely to find yourself in such a harsh pricing war. But the truth is that even if you have a single competitor, then your price could make all the difference between success and failure, profit and loss. So where do you start when it comes to getting the right price for your products or services?
All businesses are different, so unfortunately there's not an easy one-size-fits-all way to calculate how much to charge for what you sell. First, you need to do some homework. 1. Make sure you have a really good understanding of what your business costs are. You can split these costs up into two things. There are fixed costs, the money that you have to spend simply to be in business, such as rent and business rates. Then there are variable costs, or what you spend to make or sell your products. The more you make or promote yourself, the more you're likely to spend. 2. Work out roughly what your financial goals are for the first year in business, and then think about that for your second and third year. Be ambitious, but also be realistic, because it's unlikely you're going to become a millionaire overnight, even though you might like to. 3. Know what your competitors are doing. And that means not only how much they're charging for what they do, but what exactly they're offering and where they're promoting themselves. 4. Finally, know exactly the businesses or type of people that you want as customers. After all, if they're the people paying you, you want to know that they can afford you. These are all the things that you should know about your business. Now, there are various ways you can reach an informed decision about how much to charge. Let's have a look at some of these. One option is to copy the competition. Sometimes it's that simple. You'll know people are comfortable paying a certain price for that type of product or service, providing you're price matching a successful competitor. It makes sense that people should feel happy to use your services for the same price. Well, there's always a however. It's possible that their business offering is more attractive than yours. They may simply be more established, and they may have better marketing or brand, for example. So you may want to undercut the competition to lure some of their customers to your direction. If the price is important to your target customers, this may be a way of winning business fast, but is it sustainable? Remember, you need to make a profit. You may decide to price higher than the competition. You would opt for this strategy if A, you can offer something unique that people want, or B, you're positioning your brand as premium. If you're selling a product that you've bought in, you may want to simply add a percentage markup to that product. Of course, that doesn't factor in your other business costs, marketing, IT, specialist equipment, and that has to be paid for somehow. Sometimes you can't use a competitor as a benchmark. Your product may be unique, or the competition is targeting different types of customers. In this case, you could base the price on what it costs to run your business. You may find this is an easier strategy to employ when you're offering a service rather than a product. These are all good methods in theory, and depending on your type of business, there may be a clear strategy that works for you. But it is likely that most of us will use several, if not all of these approaches. And finally, don't forget, your price can and should change from time to time. If you get busy or products are flying off the shelf, they may be too cheap. If the economic environment and trading conditions become tough, you may need to be cheaper. If your costs rise and your delivery becomes expensive, you may need to adjust your price to reflect it.